What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here to bring you guys my weekly watch list for this week, beginning tomorrow, which is my birthday, by the way. And this week I'm expecting a lot of volatility. Now, just to get into it, we've got a few different interesting earnings plays. We've got CPI data coming out Wednesday. We've got PPI inflation data coming out Thursday. We've got retail sales coming out Thursday. We've got consumer sentiment coming out Friday. It's also OPEX this week. So I'm expecting a lot of volatility, like I mentioned. But like I said, I'm going to bring you about 8 to 10 different stocks to watch for this upcoming week. The aim is to make a lot of money. Like I said, it's my birthday, so I've got to make some birthday money starting tomorrow, Monday. And let's just dive into the earnings to begin with. So pre-market, we've got Fuel Cell. You remember that stock? A lot of hype about it during the pandemic, but a lot less so now. But we've got Fuel Cell. That's the only one I'd really look at, but I'm not going to in this case, to be honest. Then aftermarket, we have got Oracle, so that would probably be interesting. And to be honest, throughout the rest of the week, there's not many other interesting ones I'm looking at. But Thursday, we do have Adobe after hours as well. Regarding sentiment, earning sentiment, Adobe and Oracle are both expected to rise. So keep your eyes out on them to see if they do end up green and how green they end up this week. Then moving on, like I said, we've got CPI data this week. So that's going to be one of those days where we see the market fluctuate. Honestly, the market could move a lot beforehand or even during or afterwards. That's just how it is. So just keep that on your radar. But like I said, let's dive into the different stocks I'm watching for this week. Another big event this week. I know there's so many. Apple launching a new iPhone on Tuesday. So in fact, let's start with Apple. Now last week there was rumors, let's say, that the Chinese government had decided to ban government workers from using iPhones. Now there are rumors that that is actually not true. Honestly, it did have its effect on Apple stock, but then Apple started to recover Friday. But I don't know if you guys saw a video on Twitter regarding the Apple shop and the Huawei shop in I think it was Shanghai in China. The Huawei shop was completely packed. Meanwhile, the Apple shop was pretty empty, to be honest. Now, I don't know if there's a correlation between the announcement and that, but it was quite ironic that someone found that this weekend. So yeah, that might be a sign of things to come. But obviously, as I said, Apple have their event on Tuesday, big event. That launch is going to have to do everything. That launch, they're going to have to come up with something to wow us, because otherwise you're going to see the numbers start dropping again. And that includes the stock price. So keep your eyes out on Apple. I think there's going to be some big moves this week. Now let's talk about Fortinet, ticker symbol FTNT. The reason I'm bringing this one up next is because I already took a $65 call going into this week. For those of you who are in the Discord, you saw this already. But the reason I'm saying this now on the watch list, because it's not done. I don't think it's done. I think it's going to open the week green, which is going to be good for my cause. Let's see if we can get in the money, right about open or soon into market open as possible. And then, you know what? Let's see if it can continue the uptrend. If you look at the daily chart, you'll see a lovely uptrend. Pulling back, but just to push higher. You'll see the 4-hour chart making higher highs. You'll see on each, multiple different time frames, the stock continuing to rise upwards. That's exactly what I like to see with a chart. That's exactly the kind of charts I like to trade calls on. The stock did sell off heavy previously before, but now it's started to recover, and it's just been on a continuous uptrend and a beautiful uptrend at that. So keep Fortinet on your radar. Another stock to keep on your radar for the upside, ExxonMobil, ticker symbol XOM. So with Exxon, last week we had a decent week. We started the uptrend towards $119, my price target. I think this week, my first price target again, $117. Right now we're just in the mid 115s. We had a strong open Friday, but I'm looking forward to seeing if we can meet that $117 price target and then eventually $119. With this one, look to see if it pulls back, sells off a little bit, and then trade the upside. The funny thing with this one is, no matter what the stock market does, this seems to just continue its nice uptrend. And obviously, this is a money maker for those of you who like to take calls with Exxon. A few of you in the group did take Exxon calls this week, so salute to you guys, congratulations to you guys. But this week, let's try and make more people take those calls, as long as the stock is looking likely to go upwards. Now for JP Morgan, shout out showing off on this one because he posted a chart in Discord a couple of days ago. So with this stock, it's looking primed to break out as well. Currently, the price is sitting just on top of a zone at a previous support level. So for me, the price target would be around $147. That's what I'd be looking at with JP Morgan. It is in the banking sector, so do watch out for Wells Fargo as well, Bank of America as well, see what they're doing. But with that chart showing off posted and with what I've seen on my charts, like I said, it could look to bounce here and continue uptrending. I like the current setup, but as long as we see the bounce first. When we get confirmation of the reversal and a confirmation of the uptrend, that will be the time to get into calls. Get in, take your profit on a $2-3 run of the stock, and then get out. That's what I'd say with this one. It could be a day trade, it could be a swing trade. We're going to have to look and see. But of course, come to the Discord to check out more with JP Morgan. Next up, Disney, ticker symbol DIS. So what am I looking at with Disney? Honestly, it's puts that I'm looking at. It's around $80 right now. But the key thing to note is, last quarter, Disney posted its biggest ever loss for subscribers. And the numbers are not looking pretty at all. It lost 11.5 million subscribers, Disney Plus, over the last 3 months. That's horrific. That's crazy numbers. Disney Plus, or Disney in this case, is also the reason that Fubo actually ran last week. So when you see that kind of thing happening, Fubo running up, Disney tanking down, I expect more of the same with Disney. I expect it to continue dropping. So again, look out for puts with Disney. So if we're talking about puts, what I am eyeing when it comes to puts is a QQQ drop to around 370 or 369. So QQQ is going to move based on what the overall market is doing, especially the tech sector. So what Tesla does, what Netflix does, what stocks like AMD, Nvidia do. If you do see those starting to sell off, you can get into QQQ puts. You can look to trade it down $2, down $3. That's what I'm looking at this week. And speaking of QQQ dropping, well, I might as well talk about SQQQ, which is inverse leverage ETF. I'm looking at taking that to the upside if the market does drop. If you do see the market dropping heavily, you're going to see SQQQ slowly uptrending. To be honest, if you see the market dropping heavily, you're going to see SQQ flying. I'll be honest with you. But don't let it get to your head. Don't make that mistake of thinking it's quick money. That's not the case. But as the market sells off, I'm just saying there are opportunities elsewhere. So if the markets do start pushing up because of CPI, because of PPI Thursday, then of course look at QQQ calls, SQQQ puts. I'm going to bring a couple more to you guys now just to finish off the video in the right way. First of all, we're going to go with SPY. That's the S&P 500 index. So with CPI coming out Wednesday, SPY is going to move. Now let me show you my levels for SPY. I've got resistance at 446.48 and levels of support around 445.08 and 442.90. So Friday we reached that 446.48 level and then we got rejected and trended back down. So from the price we're currently trending at, I think if we trade towards that 446 level again and get rejected, then we could see more puts. If we break that 446.48 level, then the calls could be on. That's more for Monday and Tuesday. By Wednesday, we'll kind of have to see where SPY is at. Obviously, if it's run up in anticipation of CPI, that's a good thing for those of you who like to trade calls with SPY because you're going to make a lot of money. But you do have to be cautious as well. And what I would say is definitely don't hold through CPI. That's going to be a little bit more complicated because you know how CPI can just destroy contracts or it can make you a lot of money. But we want to mitigate risk. That's our job as options traders. So in this case, I would not recommend holding through CPI. Similar story of PPI Thursday, but I think there's a little bit less risk involved. But again, those numbers are going to come out. Consumer sentiment's going to come out. And with all those different bits of news, remember, manage your trade, manage your risk, and be smart with your money. If the CPI data reports comes in worse than we expect, the markets are going to go down. That includes SPY, that includes QQQ. If the CPI data report comes in better than expected, expect SPY to start making a run upwards. Expect QQQ to start moving upwards. So those are the main stocks I'm watching for this week. And lastly, I want to leave you guys with a lotto. With this lotto, it's more about having a risky trade, which kind of brings higher rewards. But the ticker symbol for this one is EGAN. So with this, I'll look at $7.50 puts. And if you want to go even riskier, then $5 puts. Those are the out the money puts. Those are riskier, but they're also a lot cheaper. The contract's around 15 cents right now. So with EGAN, what would I look at? Well, I'll pull up the chart for you. And honestly, beware that this could be a big move to the downside. My price target is $5.22. And if we break that, then we could see $3.69. I'd say before the end of this week, and if not, before the end of the month. Be aware, if you do take the $7.50 puts, you're already in the money, which gives you a better chance of making profit if the stock does drop. And if you take the $5 puts, you're going to need a lot bigger move just in order to make profit on that. Obviously, with a bigger move, you're going to make crazy money, but you need that bigger move to break even with your EGA contracts. So just check that one out as well. So overall, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As I mentioned, tomorrow is my birthday. It's the start of the week. It's a new week, brand new beginners, plenty of new opportunity in the market. So make sure if you did enjoy this video or if you just want to be kind, drop a thumbs up. It is much appreciated. These videos do take time to research, to produce, to edit, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, I just appreciate the support. Also, if you want to share these with your friends, then you're a great person. If you don't want to share these with your friends, you should share them anyway, just to be a nice person this weekend. Every weekend you should be in the charts, looking at charts, diving into charts, all that kind of thing. So if you're not doing that, you should be doing that anyway. And if you're not doing that, then you can use my help. This is why I make these videos. Now, Another thing, if you're not in the Trading Academy, the Royal Trading Academy, come and check it out. The link is in the description below. That is our Discord. That's where we do the stock breakdowns. We live trade. We run through what kind of trades we're looking at this week. The watch list is there. All those kind of things and a lot more are in the Discord. And if you not check out the Stock Option Starter Pack, that is a group of 10 videos. You guys will have access to those for life. It talks about how I trade, talks about the Greeks, talks about the ins and outs of options, and a lot more. Again, go check it out. Link in the description below. And if you guys are not following me on social media, go follow me on Instagram. We're almost at 20k. Go follow me on TikTok and go follow me at Twitter. Thanks a lot to you guys who did follow my Twitter, because we now have reached 6,000 followers. We've passed that. We're on to the next milestone. And overall, make sure you guys are back here next time for another video. Thanks a lot for watching today's video. We're looking forward to making some great money this week. I got money to making, you got money to making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.